8 is receiving students and teachers. Thank you. Sit down. Receiving students and 80s, I would like you to take out your exercise book, and I want you to calculate the expression which is on the screen right now. I want you to find the value of the number 3 in the expression 1.46793. I would like you to find the value of the number 3. I will give you 2 minutes to find the value of number 3. You can start now. You can use your place value table to find the value of number 3. We found the value. Eighties and receiving students, we'll sit up straight. Let's look at our answer. To the receiving students, you can go up in front and show your working out on the board. For eighties, who would like to show us is or a answer? Finding the value of the digit 3 in the number 1.46793. Who has found the value of the digit 3? Who can tell us the value of digit 3? Eddie, what is the value of digit 3?
300,000.
Okay, Eddie says 300,000. 80s and receiving students, do you think this is correct? Yes? I can hear someone say no. Who has got a different answer? Okay, Diana, what is your answer?
3 on 100,000.
3 on 100,000. Okay, she says 3 on 100,000. Now we've got 2 answers. One is 300,000, one is 3 on 100,000. Class, when we have the numbers after the decimal point, we said that the value of each of the numbers will be either in decimals or in fractions. So do you think this is in fractions? No. So We'll struck that out. And do you think this is in fractions? Yes. So what would be this answer in fraction? In decimals. 0.00003, is it? Very good. So our answer should be either 3 or 100,000 or 0.00003. So the number 3 comes under the column 100,000s. Okay? Now, on the screen, I have the answer for you as well. Class, this morning we are going to look at adding and subtracting decimal numbers. Okay? Before we go into that, I've got a small story to tell you. 80s and receiving students, in my pocket, I don't have much money. I've got only 5 kina. And I'm trying to go marketing. Okay? When I entered the market, there was an old man selling some bananas. Okay? With his granddaughter. And the prices for each bananas were 60 toya, 1 kina 50, and 2 kina 50. I don't have much money, so I only bought the banana which were 60 toya. 80s and receiving students, I would like you to tell me how much change the old man is going to give it to me after I buy the 60 toya banana. Huh? Okay, I would like someone to come and show me on the blackboard, how did you get 4 kina 40 toya? Okay, very good. Our friend at the back. To the receiving students, you can also go in front and show your class teacher how you got your answer. Class, is she correct? Yes. Okay, thank you. Now, when you are trying to subtract numbers or add numbers, make sure don't forget the what? The operation sign. Okay? Class, on the screen, I've got a similar working out, but there's a difference between the two working outs. Now, on the screen, I have only the numbers without the kina sign. So, firstly, the thing that you have to remember is when you are trying to subtract any numbers, you leave out the unit first, you subtract only the numbers, and then later on, you add the unit onto the answer. Is that clear? So, for this case, 5 kina minus 60 toya will give us 4 kina 40. Next, when we are subtracting numbers or adding decimal numbers, make sure that all the numbers are underneath each value. Like for example, she did it correctly by putting the 60 toya under the 2 zeros here after the decimal point. Can you see that? Now, as you can see on the screen, the 60 toya is right after, the 60 toya is right after the 2 zeros of the 5 kina. So make sure when you are subtracting decimal numbers, all the numbers must be under the place values correctly underneath each other. So when you're subtracting, you won't make a mistake by subtracting it wrongly with a different number or digit value. Is that clear? Okay. So after this, you should have your answer for Kina for the Toya. The old man is going to give me my change. And then, okay, the key points I've already told you. Firstly, you have to add and subtract decimal numbers in all numbers, and then keep the place values directly underneath each other by lining up the decimal point. And when adding and subtracting decimal numbers, always keep the decimal points underneath each other. Add zeros if needed. Now, class, I would like us to practice more on adding and subtracting decimal numbers by doing this activity. Okay? Now, we are going to do this together in class. I would like you to add these two numbers here. The first one, A, is 35 Kina, 75 Toya plus 45 Kina. Who has got the answer for us? Receiving students, it is? Yes, Leonie. What do you think the answer is?
8 Kina, 75 Toya.
8 Kina, 75 Toya.
Sorry, 80 Kina, sorry.
Oh, 80 Kina. Okay, good. 80 Kina, 75 Toya. Okay. 35 Kina, 75 Toya plus 45 Kina. Okay, so our answer is 80 Kina, 75 Toya. Very good. Next, 56 Kina, 30 Toya minus 5 Kina, 75. Who has got the answer for us? Yes, Rachel.
$61 Kina 5 Toya.
61 Kina, 5 Toya. Is it? Correct.
$50 Kina 55 Toya.
50 Kina, 55 Toya. Okay. 50 Kina, 55 Toya. Good. 80s and receiving students, by now you should know how to add and subtract decimal numbers. Okay? Class, we normally add and subtract decimal numbers in our daily lives. Like when we are going marketing, shopping, or measuring an object. In our next activity, we are going to look at some word problems relating to real life situations. And I would like you to solve those word problems in your small groups. Firstly, is what we are going to do. The first question will appear. You are going to write down the question. I will give you time to write down the question. And then the second question as well. Please, I would like you to copy down the question as quickly as possible. And then I am going to distribute the two questions among the 9 groups. So listen carefully to the question number that you'll be working on. Is that clear? It is. For the receiving students, your teacher will distribute the activities evenly among yourselves for you to do. '80s and receiving students, the first question is on the screen right now. The instruction says, solve these word problems. A mother in the market has in an account 1,324 kina. She deposited 569 kina. How much does she have now in the account? But MSW book finish here. Later. I said later. I will do that. Our next question. It is. By now you should have finished copying the question down. Receiving students, listen to your teacher on how The activities will be distributed. 80s, you are going to work in your groups. Group 1 to 4, you are going to solve exercise A, 3A, and group 5 to 9, you are going to solve exercise B. You can start now. In your groups, please, you discuss the answer. Try to share the ideas on how you're finding your answer. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Minto muna. Please. Finish. Eighties and receiving students, by now you should be finished. Select someone to come and present your work. 80s, I would like group number 2 to come and present exercise A, how they got the answer and explain to us. And group number 6, would you come in front now? Thank you. For the receiving teacher, you can select your students to go and present their work on the blackboard in front. For 80s, sit up straight. Let's see our friends working out on the board. Class, let's hear from group number 6. Stand from this side. Okay. All sit up straight.
That's how I got my answer. I I take away 1,324 kina, take away 569 kina, and I I cross 14 take away 9 is equals to 5, and 1 cannot go into 6, so I cross 3 and add 1 again, so it's 11 take away 6, and it's equals to 5, and 2 into 5 cannot, so I cross 1, and I take away 12, take away 5, and I got the answer 7. So that's how I got my answer, 755 kina.
Thank you. 80s and receiving students, do you think our friend's answer is correct? Receiving students, you can tell your teacher the correct answer if you disagree with the answer on the whiteboard. 80s, who would like to come and show his or her working out again if they don't agree with the group 2's answer? Okay, we've got group 9 member there. Okay.
Okay. The question was, a mother in the market had in an account 1,324 kina. She deposited, and the key word in there was deposited. So I put the addition sign on, and I added 1,324 with 569 kina. Firstly, I added the zeros. Then I added 4 and 9. 4 and 9. So that's how I got 13. Then I added 2 and 6, and I got 8. So I added with 1. Then I added 3 and 5, and I got 8. And I brought the 1 straight down. That's how I got 1,893 kina.
Class, let's give a 5 big claps. Very good explanation on how she got the answer. 80s and receiving students, for question 3A, the key word is what? Deposited. What does deposit mean? You put in money, yeah? You add on money into your account. So we are going to add those two numbers there. Thank you. Okay. B. Question B.
Okay, this is how I got my answer. You add this, add this. 6 times 8 is 14. 14 plus 2 is 16. 16 plus 5 is 21. So you put down 1, carry 2, and then you add this. You add 3. Yeah, 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 plus 2 is 8. So I put down 8. So my answer is 8.1 kilometer.
Okay. Thank you. Class, do you think the answer is correct? No. Who has got a different answer? Okay, let's have Rachel. She disagrees with the answer, so she will write another answer.
Here is how I got my answer. First is I got my answer is 6 plus 2 plus 5 is 13. I put 3 down and carry 1. Okay, 1 plus 3 plus 4 plus 1 plus 2 is 15. And 15.3 is my answer.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Rachel. Let's give her 2 big claps. Class, okay, Rachel's answer is correct, 15.3 kilometers. The reason why Rachel's answer is correct is because she has placed this number 8 correctly under the place value where it's supposed to be. Is that clear? Now, this number 8, it doesn't have a decimal number, so it is not a decimal number where it comes with the decimal numbers. It is a whole number, so it comes with all the whole numbers. Is that clear? Yes. Okay, good. Now, 87 students, when you are again adding or subtracting any sort of numbers, please leave out the units first. Like for example, for this case, when you add in the kines, you leave out the kina sign, and then at the end you can include the kina sign. Is that clear? You add all the numbers first, and then as soon as you get your answer, you include the unit. So when you add all of them, when you get your answer, then you have your answer below with this, the unit sign. Is that clear? Yes. Again? Yes. Thank you. All numbers, add only the all numbers without the units, and then as soon as you get your answer, underneath you write the answer with the unit sign. Okay, with that, 87 students on the screen, we're going to go through the summary notes. First point that you have to remember is when you are adding or subtracting decimal numbers, you have to add or subtract them as in all numbers. Next, keep the same place value directly underneath each other by lining up the decimal point. when adding and subtracting decimal numbers, always keep the decimal points underneath each other. Add zeros if needed. 80s and receiving students, thank you very much for your participation. Our key phrase for today's lesson is adding and subtracting decimal numbers. With that, thank you.